Greetings, mortals. I am Nathus, one of the rulers of the underworld, or specifically the ruler of Manga Hell. And today, we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Knights of the Apocalypse series, Chapter 61, titled The Fourth Arrives. I guess this is gonna be a Gawain Badass chapter. You know what I mean when I say Gawain Badass chapter. One of those chapters where the characters basically look like they're not invincible. Which honestly probably doesn't help the whole Sunshine Fairies if we're being totally honest, but whatever. All we know now is that this is gonna be our chapter where Gawain's gonna be OP as all hell, and we are gonna be here watching it. I really hope this doesn't reflect poorly on Palgod because Gawain has to look badass in this chapter, because I feel like it could very easily look bad for him. But yeah, anyways, let's get into this chapter. So anyways, we start this chapter off with actually some color page for Gawain, as we see Gawain basically saying what she did say in the last chapter, with I am the master of the sun, Gawain. But this time she seems to be going with a more flirty expression towards Isolde. Anyways, then we get like a little color page where we see the seven deadly sins and the four knights of the apocalypse kind of facing each other down. Now, this perspective is very weird because, well, for starters, Gawain and Lancelot look like they're just towering Merlin and Ascanor, as well as Merlin and Ascanor just look like they're around the same size, although Merlin could just be, flying here. Although the even weird part is that it looks like Gawain's rack is 10 times twice as big as the rest, as Merlin's. Also, she's ripped as all hell, and her outfit underneath her holy armor seems to be green of all things, as well with her leg, well, those weird boots that holy knights have being, well, a bit more golden color. Although it could just be more flesh tone. Also, Lancelot looks like he's like freakishly taller than Tristan and Percival here, but I'm pretty sure that's just a weird perspective shot. I don't think that's this shot is actually indicative of their size. It's just it's just supposed to kind of mirror it. Which I actually kind of find funny how we are getting this page at this stage in the series. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Nakaba stated that you can read Four Knights of the Apocalypse and not know anything about the Seven Deadly Sins. So, if you're someone who first time reads Four Knights of the Apocalypse and you have no knowledge of the Seven Sins, how do you explain this? I mean, you know Gopher, you know Meliodas, and you see Merlin, and you're like, wait, that assistant of Arthur was once a part of this group? Because I feel like Seven Sins were mentioned before, but it's kind of weird. Like, who are the rest of these guys? Like, who is this douchebag looking guy? Who's this giant chick? Who's this orange haired dude? Who is this other brown haired dude? But yeah. Anyways, after this color page, let's get to the actual story. As we see, what looks shot from the castle's perspective on Pelgod's destruction, as some of the knights are like, look, a fire in the city. What caused it? An enemy attack? It's towards the east gate. As we see one knight coming to Meliodas, is he like, my liege? As Meliodas is looking at that all determined and serious like. Something tells me there's a deeper reason than just a normal attack. Anyways, then we have Pelgar just destroying and burning anything to the core, as we have some badass speech going on. As we have someone saying, you must crush the evil, rescue the weak, and be someone who risks their life for what is important to them. As Pelgar knows this awesome speech, as there we see Percival all serious, like with his blade ready, as Chief Percival's are all around him and being all serious and determined. As there we see Percival standing there, as he has the Pelio and the other two holy knights with his friends be all in these like Percival chibi bubbles to keep them from burning to our crypts. As then we have Belichick, aha! And to you, I look like an evil, like the evil then. As that person saying, I don't hate you or anything, Palgad, but if you're with King Arthur and my dad, you're the enemy. And then Palgad's like, You don't hate me? How kind. So yeah, I guess in case you're wondering on where Palgod and Percival's relationship is right now, is like Percival is fine with Palgod. It's just that he's connected to his father and Arthur. So yeah, I guess the whole lying about knowing where Ironside is didn't really affect Percival that much. So yeah, anyways, they were back. It's too reckless to fight alone, boy. Knight of Prophecy or not, you don't know that man's magical force. So I guess Pelgard's magical force is a lot more impressive than it should be. Again, supporting my theory is that Pelgard is one of the Arthur's elite knights. So yeah, anyways, then we have Pelgard be like, in that case, I'll just take you back by force as planned. Percival, the lad with green hair, like set of bird wings. And we actually get a face shot of him in some. It's not like he removes his helmet, just like we get kind of a X-ray vision of Pelgard's face. As then we have Percival running with his enchanted sword, like not in a million years. As then we have Pelgab like, an enchantment. You've grown, I see. As in, Pelgab spots the sword. As then we have Pelgab getting a flame wall ready. As it's like, here, immortal fire. As he sends it to Percival, and then Percival just immediately slices his fire off. As in, Percival knows something. As Pelgab, did you forget? My flames track the targets until it's burned alive. I mean, to be fair, Pelga, it's been a long time since we saw you fight or saw you in action at all. So it's a fair mistake. I mean, like, even if we ignore the confusing gaps between the series itself, the actual time in the real world it is also really big. I mean, Pelga's battle was like chapter 2, no, chapter 3, 4, maybe even 5, and then in volume 1, and now we are in a point in the story where I think we are at volume 7. So it's been some time in between them. But yeah, anyways, then we have this person be like, Fwah! As he's shocked by those fire spinnings at him. As then we have person just keep cutting the fire that doesn't seem to even hit him, just so like he's able to cut them before he gets. As then we have Nazian screaming with, no! Slashing it only creates more balls of fire! As person was like, oh no. As then we have Donnie be like, let's go help him! But then we have Anne be like, no! No, dummy! We'll be roasted alive outside of this! So yeah, I guess they are. So yeah, like we could have expected, Percival's group cannot do anything. Although I feel like Donnie's telekinesis could do something, like maybe lift Belgard in the air like he did beforehand, or like send some stone at him. I feel like there is something Donnie could do, but Nazians and Anne are pretty much useless here. Maybe this will come back later. So yeah, anyways, then we have Percival making another chibi bubble hat of him. So as that bubble hat starts to absorb the fireballs, as Pelagos notices this, as then we see like this giant chibi the Percival hat, like just all that goofy, like as it's like I can just suck up all the of that flame. And it's like no, Pelagos just like goodness. Fascinating. How about this then? As then Paragon starts to twitch his fingers a bit as he changes the fires. They a person just absorbs, a person takes and all of that. As then we have person like the flame's temperatures is soaring as the uh, chibi person has actually cool question mark. As then Paragon changes his fire into brilliant hellfire. So yeah, this brilliant half-fire technique may be related to the Demon Clan, which speculates if Belgard is so powerful that he's actually able to make, fire from the demon realm, or if that's just something that Arthur gave him, like a demon fire. It's difficult to tell. Maybe I have to compare the colors of the fires, but I think that is demon fire because there's a different color to it. And again, I feel like it makes sense, especially if Pelgard is one of the strongest that Arthur has in his ranks. So yeah, anyways, this brilliant Hellfire destroys the chief Percival, and kind of shakes Percival on the ground. And then we have one of the knights, the guy who goes invisible, who I think is one of the weird things. It's very likely it's very likely he's one of the weird things. He's like, the flames burn the magic away? It's like, how can anyone defend against it? As then we get the hellfire just running in the air. As then Percival's like, right now, I'm too weak to beat him. So yeah, this shows the Pelgard, while Percival got stronger, Pelgard is not any bit weaker. It's a bit difficult to scale these Knights of the Apocalypse characters compared to the Samurai Sins, but I feel like this is just now a statement that, yeah, Pelgard is way stronger. So yeah, anyways, then we have Pelgard be like, don't feel down, Percival. The fact you can sense a difference shows how much you've matured, I'd say. So yeah, Falcon is completely reasonable here, dude. Wasn't expecting you to like whoop my ass in the other day next time I saw you. It's just demonstrates how much you've grown. As then we have Falcon be like, no, if you join me, please. As Falcon's like, he still just wants to recruit Percival. Here's a question for everyone: what is Falcon? Is Falcon fully loyal to Arthur, or would he just be completely interested in swapping sides just so he can train Percival? Because so far, Percival just seems to be like, I'm interested in getting the boy, and he's not like that much more of a douchebag than, let's be real, even the Chaos Dog. Like, let's not pretend like slapping cards away was any bit more of a douchebag thing than some other saints would do. I mean, I guess you can say saying the giant and wolf familiar was douchebag of him, but yeah, even I would not put it past some of the characters. But anyways, as Paragon's asking Percival to join him, we see Gawain walking there and stopping as Gawain's like, let's rub that out. As Paragon's like, huh? And then we see that Half-Life the ninja's getting completely destroyed, kapoof, or disappeared, honestly. As then we have Meliosh be shocked. We have Percival Scott shocked as we see a Pelio and all of them also shocked because of it. As then we have uh, um, Pelgard look at Gawain. Gawain's actually taller than Pelgard here, which might actually help make. Which, my god, alright, to be fair, Pelgard doesn't look to be the most intimidating in terms of size because Alan said it's bigger than Pelgard and Katz was bigger than Pelgard. But it's kind of funny how Pelgard's just looking up at Gawain right now. As Pelgard's like, you snuffed out my flames? Did you do that, young lady? And apparently, Pelgard is also a gentleman. As there we have Gawain looking at Pelgard, and she's just like, young lady, how rude of you, you sniveling little fire eater. And yeah, I guess Gawain's gonna be the arrogant one of the group. Oh, let's hope that's just early chapters. Also, there's also gonna be a bit of a debate about the whole young lady thing here. I feel like that's just because young lady just sounds like very insulting to a knight. Like it's one of those things where you don't mean to insult someone, but you just refer to them with a like kind of lower status. It's like when you refer to a prince, like it's like if a captain or the head of the knights would be referred to a prince like little brat or something. That's how I feel like Gawain interprets this. And I don't think the whole gender thing is gonna be. Don't take it as a whole gender thing now. Oh my god, why does these debates happen right now? So anyways, then Pelgar's like, sniveling, I am Pelgar, the Black Knight. I guess Pelgar's like, my dear, I am not sniveling. Okay, she insulted him, good job, Gawain. But yeah. So yeah, anyways, then we have Pelgar sending some of his force. I was like, how dare you! But then we have Gawain just knocking him back as well as his weapon away with some golden magic thing, which is pretty impressive to be in all honesty. I mean, knocking Pelgat off is very difficult. Or to be fair, Pelgat is the more goofy character, so I mean, he's actually like, yeah! So it's not really that surprising you have it. You have to remember Pelgat's one of those more goofy characters, so even if he is one of the strongest, he's gonna have more jokes around him. So anyways, then we have Pelgat just immediately like getting his flame back. He's like, no, a wave of heat strong enough to blow my flames away? Yeah, even more hints to this being sunshine. As there we have bursts of like gold hued magic, as we see some of the sparkles over there. As then we see Gawain like striking a pose, like just putting her hands on her hips, as she's like, "How dare you interrupt someone's romance, you scoundrel! This is what you get for ruining the lovely atmosphere I had going." So yeah, Gawain is pissed at the Pelagard for being like, I was in the middle of getting laid. I was this close to ending up with it, but you just shown up and ruined it. I wonder if the Gawain is gonna be the simp pervert of the four knights. You know, like that character who's like chasing after women and all that. Because so far I'm getting this feeling from Gawain. It's just gonna be that. Anyways, then we have Percival going to his chibi form, be like, "Hey, are you Gawain maybe?" And then Gawain immediately turns her head to Percival, is like, "Oh, how did you know?" I mean, gold magic, my dear, kind of a giveaway. So, anyways, they were not be like, "So the final one was a woman?" As I said, like, she's so cool. As entirety of Percival's quite like in awe. Careful there, Anne. She might try to sleep with you as well. I mean, I know your body design has changed quite a bit from your earlier days, but I'm pretty sure Gawain would still be into it. Anyways, they have Tristan just flying around, I guess, as he was. I guess he just responded to the destruction. As Tristan's like, that magic, it must be Lord Gawain! As he flies to the area where Gawain and Percival are, as then Gawain, and then Tristan just steps down behind Gawain, and she just turns her head. It's like, ah, but Tristan, why the hurry? As if Tristan like kind of be like his mother, be like, why? Because I told you to stay in the castle for me. As then we have Gawain be like, sorry, but I'm not really one to take orders. So yeah, I guess Gawain's also gonna be a bit of a disloyal one. Although I feel like some of that might have to do with her just wanting to get laid. I don't know. I just don't see those maid outfits that the staff in the castle do would really look like the thing that will give someone into them. Anyways, then we have Trisha also thinking to himself as she's talking to Gawain, like, wow, she was a woman! So yeah. Anyways, then we have Tristan turning his aside as he like twitch that rage. Who is that? As he sees Belgard, we have Percival saying, "Look out! He's one King Arthur's man." And then she's like, "What?" I guess Belgard doesn't have enough of a reputation to be known by Tristan. Although to be fair, it is kind of hard to know how much they know it as for now. So yeah. Anyways, then we have Tristan like, "So you haven't learned your lesson yet." As they have Tristan getting holy his mother's eye and his father's eye on his eyes, as he's like, "You damn knight of chaos!" As then we have going back, huh? I guess she's surprised by the whole eye changing thing, or maybe she's changing, sensing the magic difference. As then we have Pagabiag, demon and goddess magic, which means you are a boy with holy and dark powers in your eyes. And then we see us Lancelot in his sin form again. It's like, it's bold if I were you. I would bolt if I were you, bro. You're beyond outclass. And then Bugger spots Lancelot. As then we have Bugger like, you, that rat fox from before. Remembering when the sin, well, Lancelot interrupted him getting Percival for the first time. And then Lancelot just jumps down and starts transforming and poofing as Gohan's like, huh? Nice trick there. As we see Lancelot his appearance. As then we have uh go Balgard be like, and I saw you in the Entangled Forest. You're human or some kind of mystical spirit. I guess that's also a possibility. As we have, I guess that is probably a reference into a kitsune, as as Lancelot just approaches them, as then Balgard's like, it can't be. As they were not like, hey, I just realized, is this? As then now it's like, the whole gang united now? As man is just like, oop, as we have Daga just counting them all down. And an enigmatic shapeshifter of a boy, a child with wing-like green hair, a prince with eyes of holiness and evil, and a man, woman, but he's actually correcting himself there, with golden magic. And then we have Belichick. Ha! Yeah! Ha! 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 Look at this! I'm quivering with excitement. So this is the quartet of fate, the four disaster foretold in prophecy, the group that would topple Camelot, the kingdom my lord built. And then we see a faraway shot of all the knights, and yeah, Tristan and Lancelot look to be about the same size, if Tristan a bit taller, and as well as Tristan possibly being the same type of god. As then we got close up of all that as Percival looks menacing. Uh, Tristan's there with his both holy and dark eyes, with getting ready. Lancelot just looking like a bomb, and Gawain striking like a what looks like an asking up over her hands and crossed. So yeah, as then we have Balrog screaming as we get a face shovel and be like, "The four knights of apocalypse of the apocalypse." I just imagine he's gonna have a very boisterous type of voice. So yeah, it sounds like Balrog is definitely excited for this match now. So yeah, this chapter it was great. Like this chapter is very entertaining. Although I am a bit iffy on the way Gawain is right now, but to be fair, I was a bit iffy on Gawain since we got since the start. But so far, Gawain seems to be decently fun. It could be an entertaining character. It's good. Now let's be real here. But yeah, this chapter is very exciting, and I'm having it's not like too much of a show up by Gawain. Although I guess this means that Belgad's gonna be fighting all four of them. Which does make me wonder how this is gonna go. Like, I don't think the next chapter is gonna be like everyone getting like their shots in, like Gawain getting a punch in, destroying the armor, Lancer getting a shot in, destroying more of Beggar's armor, Tristan getting another shot in and destroying Beggar's armor, and Percival getting like the final blow. I don't think that's how this next chapter is gonna go. I feel like there is gonna be like a bit of a battle, but maybe it's gonna has to be a bit more of an extreme battle. Like I don't. Now the thing is, it's difficult again to rank some of these characters. Like it's difficult to rank Lancelot, it's difficult to rank Gawain, it's difficult to rank Tristan. Tristan Percival is like the only one that you can semi-rank, but even Percival I think it's still a bit difficult to rank. And as well as for Balrog again, he's a difficult to rank, so I'm not exactly sure on how this will go. But I do actually believe Lancelot when he says that he's outclassed because all right. So we can assume Lancelot and Trisha are about the same level. Gawain so far does seem like she's also around the same level. Maybe she's the strongest for now, which is kind of funny considering the fact that someone ranked the guy with a pencil ranked her as the weakest. But she's around. I would say this feel around the same level. Could be with Percival being the weakest purely because of having the least experienced one. But yeah, even if I could say every one of these could be defeated by Palgat right now, like 1v1, like Lancelot fights Palgat 1-1, he loses. Jason fights Palgat 1-1, he loses. Gawain, probably I would still say she loses. Like, she may have got an impression, like, showing, but you can have an impression showing and still be weaker. I mean, look at Bond, for example. Like, even if a Holy Knight who's stronger than him beat him, I mean, Bond would still win because of immortality. I'm talking early story, but not late story where he gave up his immortality. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. And yeah, I do see Palgar losing this battle. Like, even if these four are not able to beat him, I honestly could see just Similio showing up at the end and just like dominating Palgar immediately. But we'll see. Now, important thing to remember is there's at the very least two Knights of Chaos still roaming around. We don't know where they are exactly, or if one of them or one of them was Palgar. I think it wasn't because the way it's implied seems to be like Palgar came there alone. So it's difficult to say if there are two or there's one more. But needless to say, there is another knight. There should be at least two Knights of Chaos, or at least one. So if Paragon is in danger, I feel like those two will show up and help him, or at least take him away so he can participate later. Because I feel like Paragon is gonna be a more major character here. I don't think he's just gonna be defeated to show off how powerful the four knights are. He's too much of a fun character, honestly. I'm not sure when if there's gonna be a popularity poll, when there's gonna be a popularity poll for Four Knights of the Apocalypse chapters, but I feel like Pelagard would rank very highly at this point. But anyways, we'll see on that front. So anyways, I hope you guys like this reaction. I hope you guys leave your thoughts on this chapter in the comments below. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.